course objectives. What's this all about? And why is this different from other courses? First of all, it's this: to integrate the linguistic and phonetic aspects of English. In other words, we're focusing on pronunciation. Right there. Think about that. When a child learns, or a baby learns the native tongue, mom and dad are not teaching grammar. Correct? They're not saying, okay, Junior, to be, tell me how that is. Is this past, present, or future? They don't say that. They say, Mama, Papa, food, eat, And we all pick it up. Every one of us have learned our native tongue. Pretty good odds, we learned it from our mom and dad. Without learning the grammar. The grammar came later. So in these courses, we're focusing on pronunciation, conversation, and of course, as you'll find out now, we do have to have some grammar in there. But the focus, like it says here, improve interpersonal relations with regards to communication. That's what language is all about. Two-way, three-way conversation. Talking. Okay? Understanding the language rules to guarantee quick and effective use of the language is also important. That is grammar by practice. So we do, teach grammar, of course. You have to. But we do it in a way that's integrated in the conversations. Easy to grasp. No grammar text. Is this present or past, past tense or whatever? That doesn't matter. I'm sure you've all learned that and probably know those rules very, very well. We want to focus on speaking clearly and understanding clearly. Okay? We are going to be doing a fair amount of reading in all the modules. Reading and analysis. Okay? If you can read English, and lots of times it's listening to how the words are being read and then copying that. That way you learn the context. Okay? So here we go. I'd like you to repeat the reading after me. Not yet. Just when I start reading. So you can repeat this reading as often as you want. Again, the idea is to focus on proper pronunciation. All right? So here we go. The man sat at the table ready to eat pancakes with maple syrup. Okay, your turn. I'll go a bit here. The man sat at the table. Ready to eat pancakes with maple syrup. That's good. Number 2. The waitress was mad because he made a mess on the table. Okay. The waitress was mad because he made a mess on the table. Right. He made a map on the table. Your turn. He spilled maple syrup and flies were stuck on it. Your turn. He spilled maple syrup and flies were stuck on it. Now, without sounding too silly, it is great to read with attitude, okay? Because it's kind of like a gesture. Attitude or modulation. Of course, I am exaggerating it a bit, but that's because I want you to kind of do the same thing, to express the words with some feeling. Okay? That way, first of all, it's more fun. Also, even more important, it shows you're understanding what you're saying. Okay? It really does. It helps show you understand what you're saying. Because, imagine, I could read like this. Watch this. The man sat at the table ready to eat pancakes with maple syrup. Did you understand what you read? No. The man sat at the table ready to eat pancakes with maple syrup. Really? Okay. The waitress was mad because he made a mess on the table. You know, there's no feeling there. So when we read with more modulation, little emphasis, it really illustrates that we understand the reading. All right? These sentences aren't that important, but reading other information is important. So here we go. For instance, what's your name? What's your name? My name is, or you could say I am. Your turn. What's your name? My name is. I am. How are you? Your turn. I'm fine, thanks. And you? I'm fine, thanks. And you? Where do you live? I live in. I live in. Where do you work? I work at. Another way of saying that is, what do you do? I am a. See? What do you do? I am a. How long have you been studying English? Ooh, I have been studying English for how many years or months or 40 minutes. Why do you study English? See? I study English for my job. Or, you tell that. I study English for my job. I study English for fun. Okay. More accumulated information. Now, in this exercise, we will learn how to share personal information expressed and listened. We're going to learn how to ask and answer interrogative questions. basically what we already reviewed. But there will be 5 new verbs in present tense and 1 in present perfect progressive. Okay? That sounds complicated, but it's easy, as you will see. And that's why I don't like to focus too much on grammar, except that we learn grammar by use, identifying it as we go along. Okay? So here we go. We're looking at the verbs to be, of course, to live, to work, to study, to meet. Okay? Again, you are encouraged to participate in the practice even if you know the words, please. Remember, the focus is on pronunciation, and that's all there is to it, and accent. Now, you're going to be participating in a video. What do you think of that? Participate in a video? Easy. There are 4 characters in this video, and they're going to ask you a number of questions. All right? Now you're going to have to answer each question. If you're not sure how to answer, just pause the video, go back a few slides until you find the answer. It's in new vocabulary, and I'm sure you'll find your way around. Okay? Now, the questions here are repetitive. Here's one. To help you remember the questions and how to answer correctly. So each character is basically going to ask you the same thing. You're going to answer basically the same thing, and maybe a little different, because some questions are expressed a little bit differently. All right? So this is great practice for remembering what these phrases, how to answer correctly and how to express yourself correctly, thereby increasing confidence.
Presenting oneself.
Hi, I'm Jeff. What's your name? How are you? I'm fine too, thanks. Where do you live? Where do you work? How long have you been studying English?
Hello, I am Choli. What is your name? How are you? I live in Vancouver, Canada. Where do you live? Where do you work? Why do you study English?
Hi, I'm Amanda. And you? It's nice to meet you. What do you do? I live in Los Angeles. Where do you live? How long have you been studying English?
Hello, my name is Barney. What is your name? How are you today? Where do you work? Where do you live? Have you been studying English long?
Welcome to Tutor Town.